Hello everyone, my name is AstroGirl. Tonight I will be doing a pick a card reading using the Voyager Tarot deck. It's one of my favorite and one of my first tarot card deck, and it has brought me so much clarity and people around me a lot of clarity as well. So today's question will be focusing on what does the universe want me to know? What does my spirit guides want me to know in this moment right now? So for deck number 1, we have a piece of lavender. For deck number 2, we have an angel quartz. And for deck number 3, we have white sage. Okay, so if you need a minute or two to ground yourself, you can pause this video, make your selection, and we'll get right into it. Okay, so let's start with deck number 1. Let's see what we have here. Man of Crystal in reverse, Fool of Child in reversed, Balance, Ace of World in reverse, and let's put this up somewhere. Okay, so let's see what we can make of these right now. Balance, Ace of World, Knower. Okay. So this has a lot to do with the mind as well. So let me rearrange this really quickly. So this is the inventor. Okay. So Spirit says that you've been essentially, instead of having a certain childlike innocence, you've been locked off, kind of had a jaded view of the world for a while, and because of that, you have essentially shut out any ability to really think, to be creative, to develop any ideas, and to move forward with your life, because you've lost that childlike innocence, that positive outlook that you need to have in the world, and so on. And because of that, you are essentially struggling. It's almost like a mental block. You've been experiencing mental blocks for a while. And because of that, you are limiting yourself to success. You've been blocking out possibilities, new adventures, pursuits of different things in your life. Because of this jaded mindset that you've been having, this mental block, you've been preventing success from entering into your life. But Spirit says If you change that, if you change all of that, you will essentially find balance. So you change that by finding balance in your life. It's okay to have to be logical and to try to understand the world from like an adult perspective, from our experiences and so on. But the universe is saying it's important to have balance right now. It's important to find clarity by opening up your mind again to different possibilities, to new adventures, to new avenues, and not be so jaded. All right, it's important to not be jaded, to not be closed-minded, but to open up your mind to something new. Someone might be coming into your life, bringing you new ideas. Maybe you wanted to start something, but you've been closed off to that particular idea. So Spirit is saying, in order for you to find success, to bring success into your life, you need to find a balance between exploring your inner child and exploring the world through the mindset of a child, but balance that with, you know, the logic and everything that comes with experience as an adult. And this card has a lot to do with the mind as well, so that confirms that. So the message here is, again, you've been blocking success in your life because you've been closed-minded. You've not been open. You've not been open to trying or to having new experiences, because you've not embraced that, you know, that childlike innocence, that childlike curiosity, that mindset of, you know, having the world as your playground. And because of that, success has evaded you for a while. But again, in order to counter that, you need to find balance. Balance exploring the world through logic and through innocence, through curiosity. Be open-minded, and these will all bring you success, or bring you to a place that you want to be, that you've been struggling to get to for a while. It'll get you out of that mental block, and into a better place. So I hope this message brings clarity. I hope it resonates. Please, if you have any questions, don't forget to comment below. Okay? So we'll move on to deck number 2. And this is the quartz. Wow. Ooh. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse, Sage of Worlds in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Wand in reverse, and Sorrow, or 6 of Cups. So let's see what these are saying right now. Integrity, Master, Anger, Sorrow. I feel like those of you who chose this have been having a very hard time emotionally, and mentally. I get this feeling of sadness and being drained, tired maybe. Okay, so So, let's see. Elimination and sorrow. Okay. All right. So maybe you've done something in the past that now makes you feel like you're alone. You made a really important choice, and it now feels like you're on a path and you're alone. And that has made you sorrowful. It has toyed with your emotion. You're sad, right? You've done something that probably had compromised, or you felt like your integrity was compromised, and that has brought you a lot of pain and a lot of sorrows, right? You probably felt like you really had to make this choice because you felt like you weren't in charge of your world, right? You were in a bad relationship that maybe lasted a really long time, and you felt like you needed to gain control of your life. And even as hard as it is, you decided that you were going to try and take control of your life now. And as much as that has brought you sorrow, you've already made that decision, right? You've made that decision. And although the period might seem like a dark time for you, right? It might seem like a really dark and sad time for you where you're lacking illumination in your life. It's a period of sadness and sorrow for you. Spirit is reminding you that all of that you feel inside will dissipate with time, meaning this happiness, this burst of joy will come soon for you. We have this Four of Cups card in reverse and a lot of red. So, probably did have a lot of like pent up anger in this relationship or whatever the situation was. But Spirit is saying that it will pass. Like all of that anger, all of that sadness will pass with time. And you just need to trust the universe. Get grounded. Spend a lot of time grounding yourself in the energy of the earth. And goodness will find you, and happiness will find you. I wanted to just reiterate that, because that's the feeling that I'm getting right now, is that there was a situation that you had to get out of. You made a decision. It has brought you sorrow. You felt like you didn't have much of a choice. You felt like you were in darkness. And that has brought you much anger, but that will be changing with time. That will be changing. All that anger will dissipate. All that anger will, you need to channel that anger into grounding yourself and finding that passion and using that to drive you towards the light. To better yourself, to find hope, to be hopeful. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting from this card, that period has passed. You're probably going through it now, but it's coming to an end, and joy comes for you in the morning. So that's what I'm getting from pile number 2. So then I will do pile number 3. Harvest, Rejoicer, Eight of Worlds, Setback, 5 of Worlds, and 6 of Crystal. Okay. Okay. So you might be experiencing a change right now. It could be a positive change or a not so good change, right? It feels like a setback, like your whole world is turning upside down and you're now in a state of confusion. You're now in a state of confusion, trying to understand what's happening in your life. Something is changing in your life. Maybe you thought you were going to get this particular job. It didn't really work out. You thought you did everything well. But there's something important to you that consumes you. And you are now in a state of total confusion. Things didn't work out the way you expected them to work out. And now you have to change. Things are changing, right? But Spirit wants you to know that this change that you're experiencing is for the better. It is for the better. Here you have Woman of Cups and Harvest, right? This change will bring you the gifts or the desires of your heart. You will be happy. You may not be able to see it right now, but you will be happy. There's a lot of flowers, joy, and you also have Harvest or 9 of Worlds. So, and the number 9 again represents endings. But this is a good ending for you. This is a good ending for you. So Spirit is saying, be happy. It's a change. You might not understand it. You might not know where it's coming from. But it is a good change. Rejoice. Be happy. Go through the motions of it. Trust yourself. Ground yourself. Be hopeful. Be mindful that this is your season. This is your harvest, and it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So just trust and believe in that. that the desires of your heart will be realized. And this change is nothing to worry about, whatever it is. And this is a general reading, so I can't entirely say what that is, what that change or setback is, but this may resonate with someone who is going through a period of confusion. They're experiencing a setback, whether it's job loss or mortgage payment, financial